So that isn't John Cena's hat then?
That's not John Cena's hat.
No, John Cena did not at any point give you that hat.
No, it did not. It was bought at Butlins.
Oh, Butlins. Was John Cena at Butlins?
I'd like to clarify, it was an actual WWE event at Butlins. He wasn't there.
Oh, John Cena wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't. I can't remember who was.
Kane
was there. Kane was there. Big Show was there. CM Punk was there. MVP.
Were they at Butlins? Were they wearing red coats?
No, unfortunately not.
Kane is the big red machine.
He was, but this was like 2011 Kane, bald or masked Kane.
Oh, bald or masked? That's not even the best version of Kane. You got skipped out on that. You got skipped out on seeing the best version of Kane because you're at Butlins. Well, is this Butlins? You're not going to get the best version of anything, are you?
It was alright.
Oh. Do you remember anyone else? Was it just Kane and Big Show? Was he heel or face, Big Show? You don't know.
Heel.
Oh. But he was face the next day, so.
Yeah. MVP was there. CM Punk was there. I want to say Finlay was there. I could be wrong.
Oh.
I think Matt Hardy might have been. Don't quote me on that. Which, if Matt was there, I've seen both Hardy Boys, but separately.
Have you? Oh, when did you see Jeff?
I saw Jeff at another live event, like a couple of years ago.
Okay. Cool. Jeff's still knocking around. Matt's still knocking around.
They are.
Good. I like the Hardy brothers. They're nice.
But yeah, they're still going. They're still around.
Yeah. So what? But so when did you spend time in Butlins? 2011.
Oh, I used to go to Butlins a lot.
Oh, did you? What,
it was almost like a yearly thing. Yeah, it was almost like a yearly thing.
All right. What was it? I've never actually been to Butlins. I know I should probably hand in my UK citizenship for that, but
you've not been to Butlins?
I know, never ever been to Butlins. I've got no experience of what Butlins is like. But
have you ever been?
I did do when I was doing drama. We had to do a project on for A level. We had to do a project on like cinema. It was like different forms of like vaudeville shows.
Right.
We had to do ones like cinema. It was like cinema, theatre, and like holiday parks, and nobody chose holiday parks. I thought, I'm going to choose holiday parks. I'm going to be the one. Classic Murray maneuver. I'm going to be the one that chooses something no one else has gone for. I went for holiday parks. My presentation was on Butlins. It wasn't on Butlins, but it included Butlins.
Yeah.
And it was like vaudeville. It was like vaudeville shows. It was like vaudeville shows at holiday parks. So Butlins was included. But I prefaced this by saying I've never been to Butlins, so I know I'm a disgrace to my country. But
have you ever been to any holiday park?
No, never.
Not even like a Pontins.
What do you define as a holiday park?
Okay, so a holiday park for me has to be somewhere that has rooms, so like hotel, like rooms, like apartments.
I've stayed in a hotel before, of course I have.
But it's like rooms you stay at. And it also happens to have like, the normal, it's like an arcade and a theme park and a kids' entertainment bit and whatnot. Kind of like, what's the place called? I guess it counts. Is it Golden Sands? The caravan place, like you rent a caravan for however long.
Oh, right. Well, on that school of thought, I've stayed in there's like Welsh holiday parks, I guess. There's like a swimming pool that's full of algae. There's
nice.
There's like a sheep's pen, like a few meters down.
You've been to them Welsh holiday parks?
No, not holiday parks in Wales, but like those sort of budget holiday parks. Where there's like
got you.
A defunct like community centre.
Yeah,
and there's like a block of toilets where all the showers are cold.
I don't know where mine's gone. It's somewhere. If you go to I can't remember the company, which is why it's bugging me. Because I know Golden Sands is for like the place. But I can't remember the name of the company that does all the caravan stuff. But you get an ID card. I don't know where mine's gone.
Right, Golden Sands holiday parks.
Yeah.
In Devon. Or why? There's one in Mablethorpe.
Yes, Mablethorpe. It's Mablethorpe.
The capital of British finery and holiday making.
Yeah, it's Mablethorpe. It's Mablethorpe. That's when I went to.
It's got 4.3 reviews on Google. Would you like me to read some?
Go on, go for it. I don't think I've left one, so you won't find me there.
Okay, 5 out of 5. Oh no, we don't want 5 out of 5 reviews. They're too entertaining.
What's the lowest?
1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. This is the one. It's from Rob Rebbit. Shout out to you, Rob Rebbit.
Nice.
On Google. This was a month ago. This was fairly recent.
Oh, it's recent.
This must be their worst touring and camping site. Looks like they are turning it into a static site. They've taken about 30 pictures in a toilet block and have now put statics on. One water tap served the remaining touring pictures, and a couple of days' rain turned into one muddy mess. Didn't stop on the supposedly super pictures, but on the inspection, that was also a mess, as you had to drive over 20 foot of grass to get to a hard standing. I don't know what he's talking about. He attaches some images here.
Well, static caravans, so you can't move them.
Right. One is a picture of it says under the image may be subject to copyright, so I don't think we can show this, but it's a picture of a very dirty track that's green, and there's like a blue tent in the background.
Right.
I'll show it up to the camera so Corey can see it. There.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And do you recognise that place?
I don't. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a while since I've been to Maple.
There's another one here.
Yeah, that looks like Maplethorpe.
Yeah. What he's looking at, a brown muddy field. There's like what looks like an outhouse building that's white in the background. There's a green tent that's half made. There's a white car and a caravan in the blue tent, and some people on a park bench. Yeah.
I mean, saying that, right? It's you can't really complain that it's muddy because you're in a field, right? You're in a field and it's the weather. It's like going to like a festival and being like, oh, I went to download and I got all my clothes dirty because download got really muddy. Well, yeah, it's what happens when it rains.
Yeah.
And there's loads of people walking over it.
I'm looking for another 1 out of 5. Here we go. Robert Watt, another Robert. People called Robert really hate people.
People, if anyone listens to this, it's called Rob. Do not go to Maplethorpe.
No, Roberts, don't go to Maplethorpe.
Not go.
Overpriced, overrated. Also, we missed. He didn't put any. This guy got no grammar. There's no grammar in this review.
Oh, nice.
Overpriced, overrated, poor customer service, and very poor cleanliness standards. So, you heard that? You heard that from Robert? This is a week ago. This is recent.
All the Roberts are just going to Maplethorpe.
They are. I don't think I filtered for them. So
maybe that's the thing. You know how like some people are like, oh, your name has like a weird, like not weird, but like an astrological meaning or whatever your name, like you'll have a certain personality trait if like your name's something. Maybe Robert that's the thing. Maybe for Rob, you just hate Maplethorpe.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone used to do that. I remember at school, everyone would do that. Like, what did your name mean? What does your name mean? Well,
it's like the whole zodiac thing, and it's like, oh, if you're a Taurus, you're like this. If you're a Gemini, you're like this. I'm Gemini.
Oh, right. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I've not even looked. Should we have a look?
How
do you find your horoscopes?
Just type in horoscopes and then find whatever correlates to your birthday.
Okay, let's
yours
find it then.
Starting a month or ending a month?
I think what? Horoscopes 2021.
Yeah. So are you first half of your month or second half of your month?
I'm first half, I guess.
Yeah. So okay.
Capricorn, Libra, daily horoscopes. Let's go daily.
Make sure you don't get the one that has that weird new one that NASA has. There's like a new zodiac apparently that's with like NASA, and they found a new one. Ignore that.
No, I'm Libra.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Here we go. Do you want me to go first?
What, your personality traits?
No, I found my horoscope.
Oh, you found a horoscope, have you?
Yeah, I thought that's what we're looking at.
Go for it. You go
this
first.
This is my daily horoscope, right? Yeah. I'm a Libra. So that's September 23rd.
What website you on, by the way?
22nd. With your ruler Venus writing love sonnets in your dreamy 12th house for the next 3 weeks. What the hell does that mean? You could discover your twin flame. Oh, I could.
Oh.
Enjoy the euphoria, but be careful. Venus tours through Virgo, which lasts until August. Is this bad poetry, or is this supposed to mean something to me? Which lasts until August 16th. Can be surprisingly elusive for you. This person could truly be your boo thang. What? Oh. Boo thang?
Boo thang, Murray.
And your souls could truly vibrate at a spiritual level. Or the funhouse mirrors could be playing tricks on you. We know that you want this badly, but have you... This is like I don't know what to make of this. But have you factored in the other person's reality? Take a good hard look before you leap. And if you've already leapt, never mind. Oh, well, what's the point then? Venus is spoiling you with love and compassion. For the next few weeks, there's nothing you can do but bask in each other's company. Well, thank you very much.
See, thankfully, I know essentially what all of that means.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what does it mean? Can you interpret it?
So Venus is obviously planets.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing of horoscopes where, like, if I'm not mistaken, the rising sun sign is what your zodiac is. When everyone has like a moon sign and has another sign depending on whatever.
Yeah.
So I think currently the moon or the sun is in Venus. I could be wrong. So it'll be talking about that because they believe that if there's a different moon phase, so if the moon's in Mars or whatever, it means different things. Twin flame is essentially soulmates but best friend version. So it's like not a non-romantic soulmates essentially.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a twin flame is someone like you. So it's a twin. It's like
right.
Yeah. So that's what a twin flame is.
Okay.
And then it goes on to do, like most horoscopes do, to be fair, it goes on to romantic stuff as it always tends to do.
Yeah.
I found mine on horoscope.com.
Right, okay. I've not found. I should look at what's yours on horoscope.com.
So it goes into this goes into depth, right? Because it's horoscope.com.
Right, okay. I'll find mine on horoscope.com and I'll read mine after yours.
So, July 21st, as of recording, before I mention that to people, tension may arise today. It's possible you're either too dreamy or too practical to deal effectively with the issue. It's important to strike a balance. The toughest part will be finding others who agree with you. The people you're in conflict with aren't likely to budge from their position. You may have to be flexible in order to reach a compromise. Also, apparently, love is Aries, friendship is Virgo, and career is Capricorn.
Right.
And also, again, I'll tell you how in depth it is, right? Today's star ratings: vibe, 3 out of 5 stars. Success, 4 out of 5 stars. Hustle, 2 out of 5 stars.
Oh yeah.
And the older kids, close your ears. Sex, 4 out of 5 stars.
You've got 4 sex. I've only got 3 sex. Right, let me read mine. And right, this is quite scary.
Right.
Your artistic side. Well, this is me, by the way. I'm Libra.
Yes.
And this is mine for July 21st, 2021 horoscopes. Your artistic side wants to take to the airwaves in some way. Perhaps you should consider building a website or becoming a commentator on a local radio show.
Oh.
Your dreams need a vehicle in order to reach their audience. Find the means. You have the ability to inspire many people. Take this ability seriously and make use of your creative talents. Wow.
You're doing just that, Murray.
I am. This is quite frightening to say this is the first time we're doing this, and we've done this on a whim, and now here we are finding effectively my future being told.
What you got?
So
what's
I
think
I might get into horoscopes.
That's it.
I think this is an enlightening moment. I'm about to become like John Locke from Lost. I'm about to give into faith and go, I'm going to let this horoscope guide me. What do we have? Right, here's my star rating. As I said, I've got 3 sex.
Yeah.
I've got 2 hustle. 2. It's like a top trumps card.
It is, yeah.
2 vibe and 3 success. So
wait. What's your hustle?
my hustle.
Yeah.
My hustle is 2 out of 5.
I think literally we have the same hustle, and I beat you on everything else.
Oh, working a 9 to 5 may be a real buzzkill. But if Dolly Parton can do it, so can you. True.
Wait, is that what it says?
Yeah, if you click on read more.
What on the star ratings?
Yeah.
Is that for your hustle?
Yeah, it's for my hustle. Vibe. Some days you get rainbows and some days you get rain. So pack an umbrella today.
Nice.
These are quite uplifting, actually.
Yeah.
Success is 3. You may not have everything you want, but you have everything you need. Stay grateful. I'm grateful for you, Corey.
Thank you.
And sex is update your dating profile. You never know who's looking. I don't have a dating profile. And there's definitely nobody looking.
So yours is telling you, go out and find someone.
Yeah.
Do you have an emoji, by the way? Because I've got one.
Yeah, my emoji is just the eyes.
Mine's like the monkey covering its eyes.
Oh, I've got an eyes, but like a no mouth. So like a straight face, I imagine.
Yeah. So for mine, I've got to hustle, right? When all looks bleak, hard work and high hopes will get you through.
Yeah.
Free vibe. Look up. The sun is finally coming out. You don't say it's too warm today.
Yeah, it is.
Success. 4. You've worked hard and the universe is repaying you in abundance. Enjoy the moment. And finally, sex. 4 out of 5. Sex. Venus is smiling down on you. Work it! !
Who is?
Venus.
Venus. Oh, right. I thought you said Jesus there. I thought Jesus is not looking down on... Jesus is not looking down on you when it's sex. I can tell you that.
That's it. Kids have sex for Jesus.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
I mean, yeah, I've got planetary overview. My tarot cards are full, apparently.
Right.
For today.
How do you check that? Oh, I've got the Fool as well.
Oh, to be fair, that's probably just a card of the day.
Oh yeah, card of the day. Yeah.
Choose your cards. Oh, can I just pick one? Or is it going to tempt us and read add place?
Pick a card. I don't want to pick a card. I want to have a random card. That's the joy of
enter your first name. Wow.
Are you doing the compatibility thing?
No. If you click a card, it takes you to a tarot thing, and it's just enter your first name.
I can ask the Magic 8 Ball. What should I ask it? I need a question, Corey.
Random.
Take your time.
Question.
Yes.
65 random questions to ask. Have we got the yes or no?
Yeah. So it's a direct question. It's not an open question.
Yes or no questions.
Okay, this should be fun.
100 random, unexpected yes or no questions.
Right, go on then.
Can cats jump 6 times their length?
Can cats jump 6 times their length, Magic 8 Ball? Definitely.
Oh.
Amazing. Go again.
Were you in the swamp yesterday?
Was I in the swamp yesterday, Magic 8 Ball? It's fate.
Okay.
Am I going to be in the swamp soon? What is the swamp?
We did just do Shrek, and we're doing Shrek at Christmas.
Maybe. Right, last one. Ask another one.
Okay, I'll try and find a good one.
Okay.
Oh, some of these are really weird.
Well, yeah, they are. There are 100 yes or no questions.
I need a good one. Give me a good one.
I need a good one, but something that Magic 8 Ball can answer.
Yeah.
Something that's
why are all these like sports related?
Something that's gripping. Something that
was Snakes and Ladders first played in China?
Was Snakes and Ladders first played in China, Magic 8 Ball? No.
Let me just
Is the 8 Ball wrong? I think the 8 Ball's wrong. I don't think the 8 Ball is correct on that one.
Actually, India.
Oh, the Magic 8 Ball was right.
It's correct.
I should never have doubted you, Magic 8 Ball. I feel ashamed for doubting the power of the Magic 8 Ball now. We should look at that. Where the first where do you think tag came from?
Tag?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
Where did tag come from? Here we go. The French, the most common name for the game is a French name called Jeu de Loup. I probably butchered that, which means the wolf game.
Ah.
The wolf being the player who chases the others, right? Okay.
Nice.
It comes from the word tag comes from the Middle English word tech, meaning to touch or tap. It is also known in Romanian as lepsa, which means slap.
Ah.
So here we go. This is the Wikipedia article, which I know isn't the most reputable source, but it's a good source when you want to learn about something quickly, but it's not really very important. It's also called tig, tigget, tiggy, tips, tip, and tip.
Nice.
Who calls tag tip? It's like a restaurant. You want to play some tip? Tip what? And tick is just what you get in your hair. Like,
it is, yeah.
Children get in their hair.
Whack out your comb, pull half your hair out, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Origin of name, here we go. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the origin of the name tag is unknown. Oh,
that's very helpful.
That's it then. Bye, folks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very good.
Goodbye, that's it. No. In 2018, the popular internet meme, "How old you were when you found out blank," began circulating that the meaning of the word tag was an acronym meaning touch and go.
You know what? I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I believe someone's figured out that you touch and go is tag, and they've gone, yeah, that'll be funny.
Yeah. Investigation by Snopes.com found this to be false.
Yeah, there you go.
Snopes.com. That sounds like a
Snopes.
Bans and restrictions for what? The game tag.
What tag?
All right. Tag and other chasing games have been banned in some schools in the United States due to concerns about injuries, complaints of children.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That it can lead to harassment and bullying, and that what tag?
I mean, to be fair, our school didn't ban tag. Remember Bulldog? Do you have Bulldog?
Oh yeah. Well, Bulldog is like mosh pits for beginners, isn't it?
Bulldog got banned.
Bulldog is like mosh pit. I always thought that Bulldog was like the funnest game to play. Probably because it was banned.
I played it very rarely, but I don't think I ever got taken down. I was quite spry.
We'd have because you're like a beanpole.
Exactly, I'm tall and thin, so I could
you're tall and thin, so you can wriggle and dodge, and you're very wily. I was always I was a bit of the strategist. I was like, right, they're over there. I'm gonna try and like dodge around them.
Well, to be fair, I also did kind of go slower when everyone else was running and try and just because while everyone's distracted with them, I can just run past them.
Yeah. What you do is you always go to the edges. That's the tactic that everyone goes for. You go to the edges because everyone gets stuck in the scrum in the middle. But some people figure that out and started immediately going to the edges to get people. So everybody used to love Bulldog. That's why it got banned.
Yeah.
We had a massive in our secondary. We had like a massive, not like concrete platform.
Right.
We had like a sort of like raised playground that was above like one section.
Yeah.
So it was like half of like a football field, but of concrete of like gravel concrete, and it was all walled off and stuff. And I'm describing it like it's a prison yard, but it basically was.
Yeah.
It was a prison yard, and it was basically a huge square. So it was perfect for Bulldog. So everyone could line up on the back, and everybody could line up on the back and just run. And yeah, it led to a few bloody noses, but they were never mine.
To be fair, I spent most of my time doing gymnastics. I was a gymnastics kid in primary school.
Gymnastics?
Yeah.
You do not strike me as someone who is a frequent of gymnastics.
People at home can't ask if I remember. I'll put a picture up maybe. I've got a certificate here from gymnastics. Right. I'm gonna hide the blue bit right. For now.
What are you showing?
I want you, right, to try and figure something out for me.
Right. Okay. Right. I'll do my best.
I got a certificate in gymnastics.
Yeah.
What do you think I got the certificate for?
Participation.
No.
Oh.
Have some faith in me.
I had that ready when you first mentioned the certificate. I had that ready. So, what is it for? Is it for like a grade?
No. It's No, it's for doing something.
For doing something.
Yes, for being the best at something.
Being the best at something. Being the best at falling on your face.
No.
For being the best at being the worst at gymnastics.
No.
Right, okay. Is it the best? I'll try. I'll take a try. Is it the best at doing forward rolls?
Yeah, it was the fastest forward roll.
No! I was thinking hard. I was like, what would Paul be good at in gymnastics? I bet he's good at long legs. I bet he's good at forward rolls.
I will say though, because I was like, I want to say maybe 7.
Mm-hmm.
My forward rolls were not the best technique. I used to roll on my head.
Someone taught me in, again, A-level drama. Someone taught me how to do it, but you can basically like combat roll.
Yeah.
You've got to do it on your shoulder.
Yes. That's the actual, but I learned that years later.
Yeah, they taught me to do it. It was, I'd never ever, I always thought I'd like decapitate myself, give myself a DDT every time I tried to do a forward roll. But I just back out. I get halfway through and I go, right, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to hit myself on the head. But someone taught me once that if you take it running and you do it on your shoulder, you're fine. Yeah. That's how I was doing it. And I do it every time. Like an A-level drama, I'd just be rolling around. I'd just be rolling around all the time. It was like my mode of transportation ever since. And it was quite fun, honestly. And I got to do it a couple of times. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Once you learn how to do it, it's fine. But I was never good in at doing gymnastics or anything like that, like doing PE, you know.
It depends on the PE sport, if I was good or not.
Do you remember those climbing frames? Did you have those? There's like wooden climbing frames, but they were like red and blue and...
Yeah, we had them. We never used them.
You never used them? Oh, we always used to crack them out. We always used to crack them out. We would just get them out, and we always had one teacher who'd always get them out. Like, oh, it's time for Mr. Peterson's class.
Nice.
Mr. Peterson's going to get out the climbing frame. Everyone's like, yeah. And we'd always be on it and climbing each other and climbing over it and doing stuff like and jumping around. It was dead fun. It was like, you know, it was that and dodgeball. That got us going as a kid. Dodgeball was like, I treated it like, you know, it was a war.
Yeah.
Do you remember doing dodgeball?
We did do dodgeball.
Uh-huh.
I was decent, but not great.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, actually, no, I'll take that back. I was awful. I don't think I actually ever got anyone knocked out.
Really?
No.
I was a bit of a dark horse, to be honest. I was a bit of a dark horse because I initially had a strategy of keep right at the back and don't let anybody hit you. Just kind of move around, you know.
Yeah.
Loosey goosey, and that was my tactic. But then I started to realise that people would often throw quite high, so they'd try and like long range get people in the back because everyone's tactic slowly became get everybody in the back. And then they added. Did they ever like tack on elements to it for you? Like we had this one stipulation that was like prisoner dodgeball. Like when you hit somebody on the enemy team, that's what I think that's what they called it. They called it like jail ball or something like that.
Nice.
So basically, when you hit somebody on the other team, they have to go into one of the corners of your team. Right. But they're also allowed to get balls and hit people.
Okay.
So it was like you had to watch the people in front of you, but you also had to watch the people who were in like the corners on the enemy team, because the enemy team could throw balls to the people who were captured, and the captured people could like throw them at you.
We never got any extra rules. We just played normal dodgeball.
No, you're acting like I'm in some kind of survivor. Like I'm in some kind of.
To be fair, dodgeball was never part of our like rotation of sports, right?
Oh yeah.
So like in secondary school, you have like your normal stuff. So right, we're going to be playing lacrosse for however many weeks.
Lacrosse.
Yeah, we did lacrosse.
What is? I don't even. To be honest, I couldn't even define what lacrosse is.
Ball and stick. So
what, on like horses? I mean, that's
no. So you have a stick with a scoop, and then and then you pick up the ball. And when you have the ball, you can't move, so you have to like fling the ball to other people and be able to catch it in the scoop.
Mm-hmm.
And then you work your way up to the goal and then throw it in the goal.
Right. Okay.
But like sometimes and then it'd be like, okay, then we're doing cross country for how many weeks. Dodgeball was never like one of the sports. It was always a case of if you're supposed to be outside and it's raining, we'll go in and do dodgeball.
Oh right, yeah.
But
I'd rather do dodgeball than lacrosse.
I'll tell you where I shined, right?
Oh yeah, go on then. Is it forward rolls?
So no gymnastics in secondary school, unfortunately.
Okay, that's a shame.
So in year 10 and 11, right, we split. So what we did was they merged. Obviously, for year 7, 8, and 9, male and female were separated.
Right? Oh yeah.
In year 10, 11, they merged both groups, and what happened was you could do, like you could choose. They had a list of everyone, and they had a recommended group, and then you could choose. But you got to choose your own. So you had like your competitive, which is like football, rugby, them sports. You had health, which was like your circuit and your yoga, and then you had rec, which was like a mix of competitive and health. I went in rec because I chose to be, and that was like a mix of male and female. All the guys essentially went to competitive, and all the girls went to health, and then there's rec, which is a mix. We used to play bench ball a lot, and I shone at bench ball. I was a king of bench ball.
You were the bench ball king.
Because all you got to do, right, is throw the ball, pass it around. Put me on the bench, I could catch it from essentially anywhere. Don't put me on the bench, I could catch it and throw it to a person on the bench. I was great at bench ball.
Yeah.
So we used to do that a lot. I love bench ball. Other than that, to be fair, PE wasn't my thing. Basketball was pretty good, and we did high jump once, and I was pretty decent. Other than that, cross country wasn't my thing. And like football, not really. Rugby, again, whenever I got the ball, I pass it straight away.
Yeah. Well, if I can speak to my experience, sports in my school was incredibly aggressive for the first few years. It was like, boys want to play football, boys want to play rugby. Every boy's going to play football, every boy's going to play rugby, and that's all essentially it happened.
Yeah.
Until I think someone either got a concussion or someone got a very bad injury from playing one of those games, and they thought, you know what, maybe some kids aren't cut out for this sort of thing. So then they developed two pathways. They developed pathway A for every boy who still wanted a concussion, and every boy who still wanted to run at each other 100 miles an hour and be very stupid. And then there was pathway B for all the nerds who didn't want to do any of that stuff and get themselves hurt and didn't want to get, bullied or pushed around by the big lads, which was me.
Yeah.
So a pathway A was football, rugby, running, and all those sort of very, very manly men sports.
Yes.
And then pathway B was like badminton, tennis, trampolining. But I thought we got the better of it because we got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
We got to go to we got to do very relaxed stuff. We got to do like more like casual sporting activities. Like you wouldn't go out and mash out 2 hours of football unless you were insane, or 2 hours of high intensity rugby. You go to the gym for an hour or whatever, and that's what we did. So instead, we went to the gym. We went to sometimes they'd put trampolines in the sports, or we'd do trampolining.
What was your go-to gym machine or equipment?
Oh, right, okay. Well, we do gym every 2 weeks.
Right.
So we do a week of something, then a week of gym.
Yeah.
It was more like a routine. It was more routine stuff in Pathway B, I guess. Whereas in Pathway A, it was like, we're going to go out and do football for the next 5 weeks. And
yeah, you see, because whenever we did gym, we had a small gym room, but it was essentially like just you went in and just did whatever you wanted for the hour.
Yeah, exactly. Basically us. Yeah.
I mean, like I was always on the bikes. That was my thing.
Yeah. I love bikes as well. We were next to our school was next to a leisure centre, so we already had a gym. Yeah, exactly. Ours
was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. We had a pool, we had a gym, we had a massive sports hall for like events and stuff. We were backed onto a leisure centre, so we could effectively they let us use the facilities anyway.
Literally,
So,
we had a massive hill behind us, and that was our cross country. Go up
and
the hill,
also,
go down, go up the hill.
PE was first thing Monday morning.
Uh,
So no
we
one
had
was
it.
in the gym.
We had it twice a
So,
week. I don't know when, because obviously every single year it was different days. But we were it twice a week.
yeah.
Twice a week, but always different days for an hour each day.
Mm.
I hated it whenever it was before lunch or the last day, the last lesson. Because I'm guessing yours was broken down into 9 o'clock. No, like 9 o'clock's form.
Yeah.
And then from form you have your first lesson of the day. Then you got your second. Then you got break. Then you got third and fourth. Then you got lunch. Then you got fifth when you're at home.
Yeah.
Because that's how ours was. So like if PE's before break, fine, because break's only like 15 minutes anyway. If it's before lunch, I want to go because I want to go get food. I used to be in chess club. That's another thing I did at school.
Chess club. I was also in chess club.
But I ain't gonna lie, mainly because we got to skip the line for lunch.
Oh really?
Because we had to go play chess. So we got to skip the line, grab food, go play chess. And obviously, if PE's last, you want to get on a bus before it leaves.
Yeah, of course.
I was always as soon as I got out of PE and was getting changed, I left. I was like, I'm getting changed as quickly as possible into leaving.
Yeah, I get that.
What was your school subjects that you enjoyed?
School subjects. Big fan of drama. As you can tell.
That makes sense.
Bit of a theatre. Big fan of drama. History, like one I liked. We did World War II. We did like World War II, American West.
Nice.
Medicines and illness and stuff like that. Socrates, ancient Greece and Rome. That was all I loved history. I love World War II, World War One, all that sort of stuff. Another one, like English language and literature. I think literature was better than language. We had a great literature teacher.
Fair enough.
Who made it? Sometimes the subject can be quite boring and quite crap, but it's the teacher that makes it. Yeah,
we had a lot of times where like we had like obviously you have your normal ones, right? Like maths. I don't mind maths, but I'm not great at maths. But sometimes you get like a maths or like a science teacher that's really good.
Yeah. Science, physics. I was all up in physics.
Yeah.
The teacher was a huge Star Wars fan. Had massive posters around everywhere on the Star Wars and had like Star Wars action figures on his desk and stuff. Every time I'd show up, I'd like spend half an hour after the lesson just talking to him about the latest Star Wars news and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like
insane. I love physics as well because it's planets, it's planets, it's space, it's motion, it's gravity, and all that sort of stuff that I loved.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big geography person. I pick history, but we had a great geography teacher.
Yeah,
fantastic. He could get you through years of geography. Shout out Mr. Bensley if you're watching.
Yeah.
Don't know his first name, obviously, but everyone used to call him Mr. Benz.
Mr. Yeah, sometimes it can make like history. We had a great set of history teachers. One of them taught my sister, and she sort of had a quite good rapport with her, and in essence had quite good rapport with me. So I was quite good friends with that teacher. And there was another one who was like really funny and could sort of get around. A teacher's good where they like get like the sort of misbehaving kids to kind of have a bit of a banter with them and have that relationship. So yeah, often a good subject can be ruined by a bad teacher.
Yeah, we had that. I picked graphics for year 10 and 11, right? Because I tried to pick the most creative ones I did. I picked graphics, I picked catering, I picked media, and I picked history because you had to pick history or geography. And I kid you not, the graphics teacher fell pregnant, so it wasn't her fault. So we had to get like a substitute graphics teacher in. And for the 6 months he was teaching us the wrong thing that wasn't part of the exam at all. So like six months of graphics was just for nothing. So that and then when the teacher came back, she then had to kind of rush through everything to try and get us back up to speed. I remember the catering teacher was a bit similar as well.
When did you figure that out?
when she came back.
Oh, really?
She came back and she was like, "Oh, what's he been teaching you?" And as we started to explain what we're taught, she kind of realized that that's not what we were supposed to know her, because no one knew what she was on about. Essentially, I was like, "Well, we've just not been taught it." We were making like 3D
Yeah.
packaging, like flat packs. I made a fake pie box.
Fake pie box.
Yeah, you had to like go on like whatever graphic software it was, make a net of a pie box, print it out, cut it out, and then glue it together. So you had like a small pie box.
Yeah.
The last thing we ever did was make a cup. And I've got it somewhere. I've got a cup made in graphics.
All right. You mentioned doing catering.
Yes.
We had a crap catering teacher.
We had
didn't know what she was doing.
We had a good one.
Okay, she probably did know what she was doing.
Yeah.
But it was the way she communicated it that no one knew. It was like 1,000 miles an hour. And we were all like, year sevens, year eights.
Yes.
Just going into that higher level. We were like, oh, we need some support here. And you said, oh, okay, do this. And I was like, slow down, because we cannot do this. And this is cooking. And this is important. Yes.
I mean, we had a really good catering teacher for year 7, 8, and 9. And I think she left in year 9. And the one we had in year 10 and 11 was... Right. Because, like, you do catering, right?
Yeah.
And we thought, okay, we're making food every week. That's cool. I like making stuff. I like baking. Cool. But it was, and I get it kind of has to be, but it was most of the time focused on too much of the sciencey stuff about like why does yeast raise or whatever, and all this other random stuff. And so I literally came here to cook food. I want to make bread, and that's it. That's all I want to know. We still cooked every week, but she was like, you need to know all this stuff. You need to know why this does that and why you have to have it at that temperature specifically. I'm like, I just follow instructions. I'm making bread, all right? But I got told off for not wearing an apron when I was making a sandwich.
Oh.
And I got told off for it.
Did they ever do that thing where they made you go like, we were around like cooking tables. There was each a table, and every year would be assigned different people to do it until we stopped doing catering.
But we had... So in the first lesson of the year, you were given a seating plan, right? But you could pick it yourself. So like, right, here's like 4 tables. Each table fits like 6 people. Everyone sit at a table. That's where you sit. And it was the same when like you have an oven. They're like, right, you're sharing an oven with someone else and like a counter space with someone else. Pick who you're sharing it with, and then you have to share that space with that same person for the whole year.
Yeah.
But we got to pick. Which was fine for me. I quite enjoyed it. Cooking was fun, but not because of what we were supposed to be doing.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun to muck around in, essentially.
Yeah.
Same with graphics. I mean, like loads of us failed graphics. I got a G in graphics. That's my lowest grade. And like, but there was like 4 or 5 of us who were like, literally, she was like, if you get 100% on the exam, you will get a C.
Right.
And then we all got G's, and we were celebrating outside, because we knew we were going to do bad.
Oh, well, I think it's that right, maths, all right? Maths, you could do lower and higher maths. And lower maths was infinitely harder to do than higher maths.
Yes.
Because to get a decent grade in lower maths, you'd have to get 95% correct.
Oh, yeah, I did lower maths.
In higher maths, sure, the questions are harder, but you get less of them right. You've still got an okay grade.
Yeah, I did lower, but I didn't have a choice.
Really?
No.
Oh.
They capped it off.
I was in bottom maths. I had the brain of a brick, and I still have the brain of a brick for maths.
Yeah. They were like, because we had sets, right? So we like set 1 to set 5.
Oh yeah.
And I think you had to be in like set 2 and 1 to get a choice. I think I was in set 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think I was set 3 for most stuff. I was average in most lessons. Even the creative stuff, because it wasn't what we had media, but media studies, we didn't make anything, which was fine.
Yeah.
But like I was wanting to make stuff in school, and I barely got to until college came around. What I even meant to go to in the first place. That was a fluke.
Right.
I was meant to go to 6th form, and I didn't get into 6th form, so I had to settle for college.
Oh right, I didn't want to go to sixth form
I
because I
wanted
was
to
told
go.
that sixth form was crap.
Ours was new.
Despite the fact that what they want to do is, what the schools want to do is, they want to shepherd you into sixth form as much as possible.
Yes.
To the point where I had to lie to the person who was in charge of sixth form and tell them I was coming, despite the fact I knew I wasn't.
Yeah, ours was new, but like all my friends were going to sixth form, and I knew the school. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll go sixth form, and then I just didn't get in, so I had to go to
No,
college.
no, that wasn't me. I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to be someone else. So I was like, I'm never coming back here. I'm sorry, I'm never coming back here again.
Would you let's say in tomorrow or a year or whatever, if you got an email or a message from your secondary school saying like, hey, do you want to come in and do a talk in like an assembly?
Yeah.
Would you go back and do it?
Probably, yes.
Because I think I would.
because all of the shitty people who I hated from there will probably never go back there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go back there, but what I liked from there was the teachers.
Yes.
And the teachers and the feeling of being there. Sure, I didn't have a very nice time, but would I come back now that I'm an adult and I can think a bit more logically about things and I can think a bit more rationally about things? Yeah, sure I would.
I've always thought that with secondary school, college, and uni. Like, would I ever go back and do like a lesson or like a lecture? Probably would.
Yeah.
Same with unions. I'd happily go back to unions, even though then people are there that I didn't like. But
well, what happened in sixth form was, so I was told frequently by many teachers, they'd say, "Oh, where do you want to go after year 11 or whatever, year 10 or whatever?"
Year 11.
I'd say, "Oh, I want to go to sixth form." They said, "Look, don't." Someone, I think it was actually that physics teacher who liked Star Wars, who stopped me and said, "Look, don't go to sixth form because it won't be good for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it here, you won't be happy. Go to a college that has something you want to do."
Yeah.
I go, right, okay. I initially wanted doing English and drama. I ended up in college doing film and media and stuff. I found it much better.
That was my thing. I enjoyed media, which I took on a whim. Because it wasn't, we never got taught it. It was just an option for secondary school. And I thought, okay, I'll go sixth form and do media then. Then I got to college on like a late enrollers day. And I was like, oh, what do you want to do? I was like, I was thinking beforehand, like, oh, maybe media, maybe photography, or maybe computer science for some reason. And I just went, media. And so I got put on a media productions course and then went to do film production at uni.
Yeah. But what happened was I went to the sixth form day, right? I went to sixth form day.
Yeah.
And I did the sixth form day and I quite enjoyed it. I did subjects like history and English, everything I said I liked. And when I was speaking, even though I knew I wasn't going to go there, and when I was speaking to the head of sixth form, I was a pretty funny story actually. When I was speaking to the head of sixth form, they said, "Oh yeah, have you been enrolled here already? Are you going to come here? Because I'd really like to, see you around." I'm like, yeah, I have. Even though I know already I've submitted to go to another college, and I've been accepted, and I'll be going there. And I'm like, yeah, I have. They said, "Oh, what subjects are you doing, Marie?" And I go, "Oh well, let's call her Mrs. Applebottom." Well, Mrs. Applebottom, I'll be going to, because this is important for later.
Was she also wearing boots with the fur?
No. No. I go, "Well, Mrs. Applebottom, Applebottom teachers." I go, "Well, Mrs. Applebottom, I'll be choosing English and politics and history." Said, "Oh, that's very good. I'll be happy to see you next year, Marie." I go, "Well, that's perfectly fine, Mrs. Applebottom. Goodbye." And I walked out of that building knowing full well that I will never be returning there. Now, about a year later,
nice.
I've had a perfect year at college, and I'm spending time around a mate's house. Right. I'm spending time around a mate's house, playing video games, doing what we're doing, having a chat. I'm about to leave, basically, and I'm putting my coat on, looking out the window of their house.
Yeah.
I look over to the neighbour's house, and now these are those like 3-level houses. They're very thin, but they're like 3-level houses. They're not semi-detached.
Yeah.
They're their own property, but they're like almost like apartment block homes, like 3 levels, a loft, very thin, very tall, right? I'm looking out the window. This is on the 3rd floor. I'm looking out the window down, and a car pulls up to the neighbour's house. And I'm like, "Oh, that's just a family or whatever."
Yeah.
And then a thing about the a thing about my school was the person who taught the sixth form, the person who taught in the sixth form, who was the head of the sixth form, was married to one of the substitute teachers.
Right.
And first, I see the substitute teacher get out of the car. It's been probably about a year since I've seen it. I think, oh,
yeah,
God, that's Mr. Applebottom. He lives in that house. And then Mrs. Applebottom gets out the other door. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, it's her. I lied to her. And said I was going to the sixth form, but I wasn't. And I don't. So I had to wait. And they were unpacking shopping. And I told my mate about this as it was happening. And I said, those two people down there. And she goes, and she looks over and she goes, what? Like Ted and Mary? I go, yeah. If that's their names, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Mrs. Applebottom. And she's teaches at sixth form, and I lied to her. She goes, what? No. Yeah. They teach at secondary school. And I'm like, yeah, that's the school I went to. That I said I'd be going to sixth form, and I'm not, and I don't. So we had a good laugh about that. I was terrified. I didn't want them to see me when I left the house. I walked very quickly past the property. I was like, don't look in their window. Don't look in their window.
I don't really remember seeing any of my teachers.
Did you ever have that kind of run-in? Did you ever have that kind of run-in? No.
I mean, literally, I think I've seen outside of secondary school, I think I've seen maybe
now, not now, not university, but college sort of time.
Yeah, I think I've seen two teachers from my school, because my school's not actually that close to where I live.
Oh, right.
I saw two of them. One was a PE teacher who kind of recognized me, and then one was my religious studies teacher who happened to be in my village.
Oh, right.
I think she was just going shopping and happened to be in my village, and we just had a nice little chat.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a big RE fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I was never into RE, mate.
Oh, I love me a bit of religious studies.
No, I was never into it myself.
But other than that, I've seen I've seen my college tutors very often.
What was the appeal? What was the appeal of RE?
What, Can you try
to explain that to me? It's not because I'm against religion. Believe whatever you want to believe. It's just I found the subject deathly boring.
Yeah. So for me, right, when I was a young lad, when I was a wee boy, I got really into religion out off the cuff. My family's not religious; they're all atheists, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously in primary school you go to a church and you're singing hymns, but I never really thought anything of it. Mm-hmm. And then secondary school kind of comes around, and I had this. Right, this is gonna sound a bit weird, right? But bear with me. So I saw my dad watching a film, and it was some
Passion of the Christ.
No, it was some kung fu movie.
Right, yeah.
And I was
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No, it was.
Man.
It's either right. It's one of either Bruce Lee or Steven Seagal or
Is that one where he breaks his arms?
Or some action hero like Jackie Chan, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there was a scene where I can't remember. I literally can't remember the film. I think it might be Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal, and he's going through this progress. Where he's you know how in every film the person loses, so they meditate and they go live with a monk.
Yeah, and then they become a better at karate or whatever.
So I saw that and immediately started meditating every day because I saw that. I was
like, you want to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, I was like, I got to do that right now.
You want to be like Steven Seagal and break a bunch of arms?
Exactly.
Through your meditation.
And then I got into Christianity, then I got into Buddhism. And then literally because RE does loads of religions from Hinduism and the Quakers, because why not? And you learn about all these gods. I used to be a massive Greek mythology fan in school. So it was more of the appeal of one, learning about other religions, and two, the culture side of it.
Yeah.
And here's all these Indian gods, and there's loads of them.
There are loads of them.
And I was like, so it was more of that, and just learning about other religions and other gods and other cultures, and how people celebrated different holidays and all that sort of stuff.
I sort of liked RE because RE was sort of paired with history for me.
Yes.
You do religious history, the Roman gods and Greek gods and Hindu gods and that sort of stuff. Egyptian gods and that kind of thing. Where does religion come from in history? And it was paired with history, but I never got into RE ever. I don't know whether I thought I don't know whether I thought it was because it didn't exist, or I'm not saying religion doesn't exist. Obviously, believe whatever you want to believe. We're not going to discuss our religious preference on this show, but I think honestly, do you honestly want to know where I think why I didn't like RE?
You go for it.
I think it was because I like dinosaurs so much. And I think it stemmed from the fact that because I love dinosaurs so much, and there aren't any dinosaurs in religion, because somebody once told me at a very young age there are no dinosaurs in the Bible, and that immediately turned me off.
Wow.
I was like, I'm not reading it if there's no dinosaurs in it.
Wow.
That was my rule as a child. That was my rule as
I can't
that's
remember
still my rule today.
I can't remember what I was watching people react to metal music, right? As I do.
Okay, is this going to relate somehow?
Yes.
Right.
I was watching a Christian couple react to metal music.
Oh, right.
Because there's a whole stereotype about how metal music is evil.
Yeah, but I love Skillet.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but like they would listen to heavy music.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'm just saying that I do like Skillet.
You're going to end up getting roasted for that, by the way.
Why? What's up with that?
No, not because of Skillet, because I'm like, oh yeah, all the metal bands and like all these Metallica fans and stuff are going to come at you saying Skillet's a metal band.
No, but Skillet do like they're like Christian, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
They do like Christian rock, and I quite like that. But Metallica, yes, I know I like Metallica as well. God.
Yeah, I mean like. So they'll listen to a song, and they mentioned there's like a thing in the Bible where no one knows what it is, and people think it's what's the dinosaur with like a long neck?
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, there's a thing in the Bible where people are like, that could be a Brachiosaurus, and it could just be a weird like description of one. So technically, there is
Diplodocus, sauropods.
Yeah, there's technically
sauropods have long necks.
But also, if you want weird, I mean, there's Norse pagans, and they've got like, I don't know if they might have a dinosaur. They've got a long snake.
Well, the snake isn't a dinosaur.
No, but they might have a dinosaur.
A snake is a reptile, unless it's a titanoboa, which is a prehistoric snake.
I mean, it's a made-up snake that can swallow the world. So
a primordial snake. Hey, titanoboa is big though.
Yeah, but I mean, like literally, it's like you know the snake that can eat his own tail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like that size.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
But
no, someone once told me as a child that there are no dinosaurs in the Bible, and I was like, I'm not believing that. So I just never subscribed to sort of learning about religion, because I thought, oh, you know what? If it's not got a dinosaur in it, I'm not forced.
I like how someone told you that there's no dinosaurs, so you went, okay, I'm not interested. I saw like a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, and that's what kickstarted it for me.
Yeah, that's exactly. Maybe we need to combine it. We need a movie where Jean-Claude Van Damme like teams up with like dinosaurs, or is fighting dinosaurs.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I think that movie actually already exists.
Jean-Claude Van Damme tries to fight someone, can't do it, so he goes to this old ancient place where it's ancient dinosaur with a really long beard.
Yeah. It's a Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
And he's got a really long beard. It's like as long as his neck. It like goes down to the floor. And it's like, and he sits with Jean-Claude Van Damme, teaches Jean-Claude Van Damme the way of like the dinosaur kung fu.
Yes.
And there's like velociraptors as well there. The velociraptors like teach him how to fight, and then he goes back and he defeats the villain with his dinosaur kung fu powers. It will be called Jean-Claude Van Dinosaur versus.
Nice.
Which is awful.
Very creative name.
Yeah, I know. I thought that on the spot.
I mean, yeah, like also we made, I can't see it, it's somewhere. We made the like Egyptian urns in primary school.
Yeah.
But like they put all the organs in. And we made one out of paper mache. But also that's what got me into like mythology.
Yeah.
It was just like paper mache. I forgot the name of them. It's like urns, but they're not called urns.
Yeah.
But no, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Egypt.
Jean-Claude Van Damme in Egypt?
Yeah.
He's in Egypt now. Is he fighting like a pharaoh?
He'll be in the next Mummy film. It'll be fine.
But yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. Speaking of like action films that may or may not star Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right.
I saw news about John Wick 4 yesterday.
Okay.
It's got like Scott Atkins and Donnie Yen in it, and I was like, oh my god. They're knocking it out of the park with this.
I heard about Donnie Yen.
Yeah. So we're big
Um,
Donnie Yen fans on this show.
which is good. We do like Donnie Yen on the
We're
show.
both big Donnie Yen fans. Ip Man. Have you seen Ip Man?
I've seen all of them except the last one.
Oh yeah, me too. Actually, me too. Yeah. I was sick one day from college.
Yeah.
I was sick and I was looking through Netflix.
Yes.
I saw Ip Man.
That's what I did.
And I recognized Donnie Yen from Rogue One, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that. And I watched all three.
I think there's 4.
4.
Yeah.
I think I just watched the first 3 at the time. Is the fourth one recent?
Recent-ish, I think.
Yeah, I watched the first 3 then, just back to back. It was like I want to watch, and I was blown away.
Oh, Ip Man's fantastic.
Because I've sort of never seen that sort of style of action martial arts film before, so it blew me away. First, how good Donnie Yen is, and also how it takes the story of like the Ip Man and how he becomes this fierce combatant. So
yeah, there's 4. Ip Man 4 came out 2019.
Oh yeah, is that the one where he fights? I was about to say fights Mike Tyson, but that's.
I mean, he does fight Mike Tyson in one of them.
Yeah, I think he does fight Mike Tyson in one of them.
I think it's the 3rd one with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know who he fights in the 4th one.
I don't know. I've not seen it.
I know Hulk Hogan. Possibly. I'm just naming.
Yeah, Tyson's 3rd one.
It's like Ready to Rumble. That's what I'm naming now.
Yeah.
But still, this was. I thought this was a good venture, Corey. This was fun.
It was fun.
If you want more content like this, let us know. Send us a tweet at The Real Show. Send us a YouTube comment. We've also got a YouTube channel. It'll be up on there. As will some other stuff. So
yeah.
We hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.